Okay, so I think the question in one sense is Nigerian orphan state is coming because of the title of my second chapter, which says Nigeria, the orphan state. Now, Nigeria is an orphan state because nobody is responsible for its well-being. Everybody wants to exploit Nigeria, but nobody wants to be responsible for Nigeria's growth and development. Not to even talk of sacrificing for the growth and development of that country. Now, historically, this will take a while. Historically, Nigeria was created by the British, and it was just convenience for them. It was a business decision, not because they loved the people. They wanted a way to manage the northern part, the eastern part, the southern part, the northern part, and reduce the cost of running the business. So how do you do that? You merge. So it was more of merging two companies together, the northern part and the southern part, to make that country by the British people. So it wasn't a decision that was made by our people. It wasn't our forefathers that made the decision that they wanted to be a country. So the British gave birth to Nigeria, and then not because they loved Nigeria, it's because they wanted to make more money. They wanted to make more profit. The running the northern part of the country was at a loss, whereby they're making so much money from the agricultural product from the southern part. So they needed to match it together and run it profitably, and they did that. But which means that the indigenous people, they had no say whatsoever in the creation of the country, and to date we still don't have emotional connection to that country because of that, because we were not emotionally involved. Our forefathers were not emotionally involved in the creation of the nation. We, the one that came after the forefathers, most of us are still carrying on, maybe genetically or just by impression or by learning. We still not emotionally attached to that country. So the British that created us, they left us, they gave us independence, in quotes, because we're never free of their control one way or the other, which is another chapter in the book anyway. And then we became an orphan because the British that gave birth to us, that are gone. Now, we could have taken up the responsibility of seeing Nigeria as our own and running it in the best way and making it to grow to be the best it could ever be, but we will never emotionally invested in the project of Nigeria. Each individual is either looking out for his own or our own personal need, or looking for the need of their town or of their tribe. The largest you will see is somebody looking out for the benefit and the interest of their tribe. Not even state, just tribe. Okay, and then the moment it becomes more difficult, then it goes down to smaller group level, town. Then when it's needs sacrifice, then you have to look out for yourself. That's the mantra of most people that have been in charge of Nigeria, looking out for themselves. That's why people are willing to sell out Nigeria, even if you don't ask them. Nobody's asking you to sell Nigeria. They will say, can you buy it from me? Do you want to buy it from me? That's the mind of most people that have been in charge of Nigeria towards Nigeria. They easily sell the interests of the masses for their own personal benefit. We know people who are still holding money on underground bunker to date in Nigeria because they were past leaders. We know people who own cities because they were once leaders of that country, or because they had access to past leaders of the country. We know people who have oil ridge all over the sea or the sea source because they were related or connected to the past leaders. So everybody is looking out for their individual self, their town or their tribe. So Nigeria is on its own as an entity. So that's why Nigeria is an orphan state.